If you're not used to what we call this yogic breath, then bring all your attention to your belly. Let the middle chest, the upper chest, and the shoulders stay quiet. And just really think about poofing your stomach out and then bringing it in. Inhale, the stomach relaxes. Exhale, you bring the belly button in towards the spine. And stay here. Slow the breath down as you do this nice breath. While we do our opening chant, let's try and keep that breath. Inhale, hands to heart center. Keep the breath. Shandapranava 3 times. Take an inhale. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Come back to that breath. With your hands right here in the middle of your body, you can feel the stillness of the middle and upper lung, the body as the lower belly is moving. Now let's share the longer version of the Guru Mantra. Again, take a breath in. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva, Maheshwara, Guru Shasha, Param Brahman, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. As you exhale, open the eyes, release the pulse. So even in this chanting, if we keep awareness of the breath and of that belly button as it's moving, we can hold the exhale for a much longer time as we exhale and sing the chant. Okay, so that's one thing. Let us lay down on our backs, one hand low on your belly, the other hand on the side of your rib cage, all right? So even if you know how to do this breath, this is a really wonderful mindful practice. So I have one hand on the belly, one on the side of my rib cage. So just breathe normal. Now take the longest inhale you can without bursting and hiding. All right. In that long inhale, you probably felt the belly, the rib cage, and maybe some slight movement in the upper back. All right, that's you just being aware of the lungs filling. Because remember, 7th grade biology, your diaphragm descends, negative pressure in your lungs. So then the lower, the middle, the upper lobe of the lungs are just going to fill up with air. So in yoga, we try and be mindful of that process and encourage the lungs to fill up with even more air or more oxygen. So now with the hand low on the belly and the rib cage, and then just let the shoulders be relaxed. Inhale in 3 parts. The first 2 seconds, really just think about the lower belly, even if you have to push the lower belly up. Next 2 seconds, think about the rib cage. So now the belly is soft. and you just think about widening the rib cage out to the sides. The last 2 seconds, you may feel the belly and the rib cage are soft. The rib cage may even leave the mat as you feel the upper lungs filling, okay? So go ahead and just practice that on your own. Don't forget that the exhale, you bring the belly button in. Okay, do it one more time. Now, for those who are used to doing this breath, on the exhale, we reverse the awareness of lungs, rib cage, and then belly. But if this is still new to you and you're still getting a hold of it, don't worry about the exhale. All right, come onto your back. Let's come into Sphinx pose. That way we can hold it without any strain. So we're all in Sphinx pose, and your belly button and maybe even the first rib is still touching the mat. Now, if you push your belly against the mat as you inhale, it's hard. And it actually, you can feel a little bit of discomfort in the lower back, right? Now, bring your awareness to the rib cage, keep the belly soft, and you try and take the breath through the rib cage first. So I maintain contact with the belly button, but there's no pressure on my belly pushing down against the mat. Just stay here, try it 5 times. As you exhale, come into crocodile pose with the feet pointed out. You can rest your head on your hands or wrist, or just lay your head down on the mat if that's comfortable. Now, it's the same thing here in this position. When you're belly down, it's hard to breathe with your belly pushing against the mat. It's easier if you breathe through the ribcage. So now in this position, I feel more pressure in the rib cage in the middle of my chest, and then a little creeping up towards my shoulders. And it takes practice. If this doesn't come naturally to you, don't worry. It took me years to bring more awareness to this breath, and I'm still perfecting it. Let's do 2 more breaths here. And then let's flip over onto our back once more. And let's practice that 3-point yoga breath, 2 seconds, lower belly, 2 seconds, ribs, 2 seconds, upper chest. And then as you exhale, if you can reverse that flow, chest, ribs, belly, fine. If you're not there, then just have a regular exhale. Go ahead and practice. One more time. Good. Don't be discouraged, you guys. This takes a while to bring that awareness, but if you know that you want to have that awareness, it'll happen. All right, let's come into pelvic tilts, because that's going to give us more awareness too of what's happening in the belly, the hip flexors, and you'll feel the rib cage too. So bend both knees, bring your feet behind your buttocks about hip width apart. Pinkies are on the hip bone. Your thumb is on the first rib. In this position, let's do our pelvic tilts. As you inhale, relax the belly, let it inflate. As you exhale, belly button towards the spine. Keep exhaling and feel that tilt. Hold here, just breathe normal. Now, when we're breathing normal, because we're holding that tilt, we're not letting our belly inflate as much, right? It's the earth. It's not moving upward and poofing out. But we can feel that the hip bone and the rib cage are closer together now. And let's just stay here. Relax the shoulders. So even in this position, I'm still trying to relax my belly enough to get a nice breath in, but I'm not letting go of the hip flexor contraction. It's holding the pelvic tilt. Okay, as you exhale, relax. Release the pelvic tilt. All right, let's begin. Take breath in. Exhale, contract, to the tilt. Inhale, release. Relax. Exhale, contract, tilt. Inhale, relax. Scoop the stomach out. Exhale, contract, tilt. Inhale, relax. Exhale, contract, tilt. Inhale, relax. Exhale, contract, tilt. One more. Inhale. Exhale, relax, and tilt. All right, relax here. As we go through the different variations, if you start losing awareness of this really gentle rocking movement of the lower back and the pelvis moving, then come back to this position and do all the repetitions in this position. That's more important than having your legs up in the air and all that other stuff that we do. All right? Okay. If you like, for the next variation, hands behind your head. Let's bring that pelvic tilt to stabilize the core right now as you lift the shoulders off the mat. In this position, pelvic tilt. Ready? Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt. Okay, if you feel good, I'm in my pelvic tilt, stabilizing myself as I lift the feet off the ground, knees together, knees over hips, knees and ankles in a nice line. In this position, let's begin. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt. So as you go through this, keep going. You'll notice your knees, thighs, they're not moving backwards and forward. We're pretty much staying in the same angle and position because we're tilting the hip, not moving the femur bone. Let's do one more. In this position, if you're okay, keep the shoulders off the mat. Simply open the knees and bring the hands in between your knees. Even in this position, in this little half straddle, the knees do not come forward. It's just the hip that is moving. Let's begin. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt. One more. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt. All right, next variation, go ahead and extend those knees, release the hands in the direction of your big toe. Let's begin. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt. 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 Go ahead, bring the feet together, they're pointing towards the sky, hands come behind your head. Release the left leg down the mat. It's floating above the mat, and then the right knee and right hip are in an angle, next 90 degrees as the knee and ankle. Okay, in this position, inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt, now and switch legs. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt, switch, 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 inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt, last one, inhale. Exhale, contract, tilt, and release. All right, what's interesting about these pelvic tilts? First of all, of course, it's a great core stabilizer, and you may feel it in your abs right now or maybe tomorrow. It's really nice for tension in the lower back and balancing the left and the right side muscles that run along the lumbar spine. But what I really like too is it really teaches you to isolate the movement of your breath in terms of the belly, right? Because you're stabilizing your ribcage at that moment. And the belly's just going up and down. So it's just another tool that we use for breath work too. All right, let's do one nice sit-up. Karen gave you a really good cue that she shared with us this summer. As you're doing your sit-up, you really want to curl up. So keep your rib cage on the mat as you begin this, head tucked, and just keep looking down your legs. That's a nice way to engage that hip flexor and core that we just warmed up. So legs are active, meaning there's a flexion in the ankle, the knee and the hip are all pointing up. Let's lay down on the mat and then bring your arms behind you, palms up. Okay, inhale, relax. Exhale, contract, tilt. Now I can bring my arms overhead and keep curling. Once you feel that you have your sits bones, you raise the arms up high. And you're in Dandasana. Okay, we're going to reverse this curl down. So bring your arms in front of you, shoulders back. Now see how I just collapsed my lower back? Collapse that lower back, and as you exhale, roll down. Keep looking at your feet, tuck the chin. So we're just reversing what we did to get up. When you get to the bottom, you release the tension in the abs and bring the arms up overhead. If you try to get up with a perfectly straight back, which is something, it's a thing. But you usually have to kind of hop up to get up. We want to have a nice controlled awareness as we come up. So let's do it one more time. We're laying down, hands overhead. Having nice activation of your legs. Okay, ready? Inhale. Exhale, contract. So raise arms, curl up. Keep looking at you. Curl. Feel that weight on your sits bones. Extend arms up high. near the chest. As you exhale, release the hands down. Let's come into cross-legged position. The right leg is on the bottom, left leg is in front. Nice spinal twist here. Left arm goes to the right knee, extend the right arm to the sides, open the palm, inhale the right arm up. Square those shoulders. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, spinal twist to the right from the waist. Exhale, release that right hand down behind you. Hold here. Let the belly be soft. You'll find that if you deliberately try to expand that rib cage now, there's a little bit of tension because you're in a twist. So that's why we say just let the belly be soft and deep breathe through the belly. Let's hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. To come up, open up the palm, inhale the right arm behind you. Exhale, come back to the center, release both hands. Take your right hand, bring it over to the left knee. Extend the left arm, open up the left palm, inhale the left arm up, square the shoulders. Inhale to a palm. Exhale, find the twist. Inhale for a palm. And exhale, release the left hand behind you. There's a tendency for the right shoulder to come forward, let's bring it back. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, 1. To come out, open the left palm, inhale the left arm up behind you. Exhale, come back to center and release. In this position, extend the left leg in front of you. And we're right in Janusarsasana with the right foot against the left thigh. Remember, if this if there's discomfort here, you can just open up the left leg to the side of it. In this position, forward fold, and on either side of the left knee, roll the shoulders up and back. Take a breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Hold here. Now here, it's kind of fun in a slow, mindful way to hold the breath. Depending on how far down you are, how deep you're holding the pillow, you may feel your belly and your chest against your thigh. So you can do just a belly breath. You can try and expand the ribs here. You can do all kinds of exploration of your breath in this position. So if you play with that, let's hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To come out with the head, lengthen that back, use your head for support to inhale, come. From here, you keep your right knee and leg exactly where it is. Left leg, swing it in front and bring the left foot on the opposite side of your right knee. Getting ready for another spinal twist. As you can, you take your right hand and hug that right knee towards your chest. Extend the left arm to the side, open up the left palm. Inhale the left arm up, settle those shoulders. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist towards the left. Review your position, be happy with it, and then exhale, release the left arm behind you and feel this twist. Hold here. Let's hold for 4, 3, 2, And one to come out, open up the left palm. Inhale, stretch out behind you. Exhale, come back to center. Then release both hands down. Take that left leg, straighten the knee, bring it back out to the side so we're back in our original position. Take the right knee, point it up towards the sky, right foot is beside your left thigh. Right arm comes on the inside of that right knee. Turn the right palm behind you or towards the right. Come forward and you try and get your knee inside your armpit. My right palm is pointing to the outside, and then I just bring my right arm behind me. Now my elbow doesn't twist that way, but some of you can bring your hand behind you and take your left arm and grab hands. And then just let gravity help you bring your torso over your left leg. Let's hold here. 4, 3, 2, 1. As you inhale, lift the head, lengthen the back. Release your hands and just lift the torso up. From here, again, take that right hand, bring it on the inside of your right knee. Grab your big toe. For stability, take your right hand, put it on the ground, just behind your hip, but to the side. So we're going to lay down and extend the right leg up at the same time. Use your core muscles and curl back. As you exhale, I straighten that right leg. And now I'm just curling down. You can use your left arm for balance or just come down nice and slow. Here we are. Yay. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your right leg where it is. Simply release the right hand to the mat, palm up for a spinal twist towards the left. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, roll over the left hip, you look to the right. Hold here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I use that pelvic tilt to come back to center. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract. Feel that bit of a tilt and then just flow back to center. As you exhale, bend the right knee, bringing the right foot all the way down to the mat. As you exhale again, come into a supine tree pose. So let that right knee fall out to the side. Don't forget about the integrity of your left leg. Keep it nice and straight, so toes, knees, hips are all pointing up towards the sky. Hold here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, release the right leg down. Nice. Sit up here. Bring your arms overhead, palms up. And then take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, curl up, nice and slow. Be mindful of what you're doing. And then if it's Dandasana, we're going to the high and release. This time, let's sit with our legs crossed again, but in the opposite direction. So I have the left in front, now my right leg is in front. Spinal twist here, take the left arm to the right knee. Extend the right arm to the side, open up the palm, inhale, arm up. Exhale, set the shoulders. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale, right hand behind you. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, And one, open up the right palm, inhale the arm up behind you. As you exhale, come back to center and release. Opposite side, right hand to the left knee, extend the left arm to the sides, open the palm. Inhale the left arm up, exhale, let's square those shoulders. Inhale, grow tall, exhale, find the twist at the waist. Inhale, grow tall, and exhale, left arm behind you. Keep shining the heart, trying to resist sitting back or rounding the shoulders, even if you have a less of a deep twist, okay? Whenever we're doing a yoga pose, a lot of the benefit of whatever pose we're doing is to maintain and or create space. So we're creating space within this twist for all the internal organs to function properly. And if we're hunched over, we shorten that space. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open up the left palm, inhale the left arm behind you. Exhale, come back to center and release. Okay, you're going to keep your left foot where it is, and extend the right leg in front of you. We're ready for head and knee pose. Hands are on either side of the right knee, roll the shoulders up and back. Take a breath in and exhale, forward fold. Again, this is a really fun place to play with your breath. And let's hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To come out with the head. And then as you inhale, use your hands for support and sit up. Take that right leg and just bring it all the way to the left and in front. Right foot is on the opposite side of my left knee. And you're ready for a spinal twist here. Sit up straight. Left arm hugs the knee as you can without hunching. Extend the right arm to the side, open up the palm. Inhale that right arm up. Set those shoulders, sit up straight. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, find the twist to the right. Bring that left shoulder back in line with the right shoulder. Now inhale, grow tall. And exhale, release the right hand behind you. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. To come out, open up the right palm, inhale the arm behind you. And then exhale, go back to center and release. Let's take that right leg, extend the right knee, bring it all the way in front once more. Left knee comes up, left foot is next to our thigh. So in this position, we're doing our best to keep our back straight as we come into position. For some of you, maybe your heel will be closer to the center of your body. For others, it might be closer in line with the knee. That's fine, wherever it is. All right, take the left arm, bring it inside of the left knee. Now you need to lean forward a bit so you can bring the knee into the armpit. Bring that left hand behind you, grab it with the right, and then think about a forward fold. All right, here we are. Let's hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the hands. And then just sit up. Nice. Let's take that left arm inside of the left knee, grab your big toe. You can use your right arm for balance as you curl down into a supine position. First, extend the left knee, take a breath in, and as you exhale, curl down. Bring that left leg with you. And here we are. Leave the left leg where it is. Release the left arm to the mat, palm up. Spinal twist. Take a breath in. As you exhale, roll over the right hip, you look left. And hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So come up, take a breath in. Exhale, contract, feel that small tilt and then roll to center. Coming into our tree pose, go ahead and bend the left knee. Bring the right foot on the left foot inside of right thigh. The left knee is nice and relaxed towards the mat. Don't lose the integrity of your right leg. And let's hold our tree pose. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the knee back into position with the left foot on the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, feel that tilt and bring the knee up. Left foot on the mat. As you exhale again, extend the left leg down the mat and keep both legs active still. Extend the arms overhead for another nice sit-up, rolling up. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, extend the arms up. Tuck the chin, keep looking at your feet. And come up. At the top, extend the arms. And exhale, release. Hold here in Dandasana. Play with your breath here. So we're holding the integrity of this pose. At the same time, you can see my stomach just poofs out and in. So now I'm really thinking just about the lower belly. But in the sitting position, I can also expand my ribs and do a 3-part yoga breath. You probably can't see it, but that's where my awareness is. So let's sit here and practice that. Now, keep practicing while you just listen to my words. In the beginning, this 3-part yoga breath is very mechanical because we're developing awareness of the muscles and maybe we're even developing and conditioning those muscles. Once you understand the mechanics of it and you have the conditioning, it becomes more subtle. And what you do is you just inhale and without activating the, I forget what you call these, there's little muscles here on the side, but you know, the ones that are attached to the rib cage. Instead of activating those muscles, you just allow the lung to open up because now I've been able to relax these muscles. I'm not in the way anymore. And you can actually feel your lung expanding, lower, middle, and upper chest. All right, so that's a more subtle refinement of the breath. Okay, I've asked you to sit in Dandasana. That was for conditioning also, but let's lay down. And this really takes a lot of mental discipline. Any kind of breath work is so quiet that sometimes we get a little antsy doing it, but it's really worth it. So for those of you who are working, just on understanding the breath, keep going like that. For those who have been doing this breath for a while, let's change the focus and really look inward and try not to think about the muscular process and just feel that breath as it fills the lungs and expels the lungs. Go ahead. 4 more slow breaths. All right, if you'd like to, you can continue with this breath, or let's bring our hands, both hands to your rib cage. And now mentally, you have to think, I'm going to relax my belly, I'm going to relax my upper chest, and I'm just going to be aware of my rib cage, and it should expand out to the sides as the middle lung fills up with your inhale. And as you exhale, you actually feel the rib cage coming in towards the middle. All right, so bring your awareness there and just think about breathing through the ribs. I mean, I say breathe through the ribs, but your full lung is actually filling up, right? All right, so just go ahead, bring your awareness there. So in this breath, my belly is not inflating and poofing out. It's staying very still. But I can feel my rib cage widening and then narrowing. And as you perfect this breath, or this awareness, I should say, the back of your ribs against the mat is also going to expand, and you're going to feel that pressure against the mat. Let's do 5 more breaths here. And relax. All right, let's explore our breath in a very nice soft back bend, the bridge pose. Bend both knees, bring your feet behind your butt. Hands are on the mat, palms down next to your hip. All right, let's come into the bridge pose, starting with that pelvic tilt to get our spine in alignment first. So take a breath in, exhale, contract, feel that tilt of the hip, and then lift up. Bring your hands underneath your body if you can. You take the shoulders and you roll them underneath you. I'm bringing my heart in the direction of the head. Now here, it's interesting. You can try really deep breaths through the belly, through the rib cage. I guess through the upper back. I'm not very good at that part. 3-part yoga breath. So just play here and see where your breath is, and also see what causes anxiety and what doesn't. Or maybe there's no reaction at all. Stay here, 4 more breaths. And then to come out, as you exhale, let the shoulders go, upper back, middle back, and rib cage. And then you release the pelvic tilt. In this position, let's go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide. You're in a butterfly pose on your back. Bring your hands, one to your belly, one to your rib cage. Breathe normal. So with this awareness of your breath, when you're holding warrior two or any of your poses, play with it and see what brings you more comfort and ease in the pose as you breathe. Because 99.9% you're going to be correct. Your body is going to go into that position that feels good. If you get out of the way and let it happen. And stay here. And then as you exhale, go ahead, extend the legs down. And Savasana, so release your hands to the sides, palms up. So let's practice getting out of our own way. And what that means is that we come into a relaxed awareness where we're simply breathing in our natural state, doing our best not to let thoughts come into our brain, because as soon as there's a thought, there's an emotional response. When there's an emotional response, there's a physical response, and that can be just conditioning over our lifetimes. So we're trying to reverse that reactionary process. So let's just try and stay in the moment with every breath for the rest of our Savasana. And to come out of your Savasana, bring your hands to your belly. Try not to change anything else and just feel what your normal relaxed breath feels like. And now expand your awareness to movement of toes and ankles. Knees and hips. Check in on your breath with your hands on your belly. And then release the hands, move the fingers and wrists, elbows and shoulders. Continue to bring movement to the body. You know what feels good for you. And then all together, let's roll onto one side. With the support of your hand as you exhale, push up into a seated position. So once we're in this seated position, I don't want to beat a dead horse to death. But when we think about breath and our yoga poses, they each present an opportunity to go through that whole process that I told you in terms of central nervous system, breath, emotional response, and physical response. And that's a really big part of yoga. It's just like we spoke about before class started, that we know that if we read something that makes us calm or makes us angry, it provokes a physical response, right? And we can choose what we want to do. Well, it's the same thing. Once you start to master the mechanics of a physical pose, you start to refine it and look at your breath. Once you become aware of your breath, you can start influencing the central nervous system and the mental and the emotional process. So when I'm in a back bend, let's say, because for me, that's been my issue, is opening my heart for many years. And mechanically opening the upper and middle chest and shoulders, mentally and emotionally, we can go to the whole heart spiritual thing. So what I do when I get into my back bend, first I review just my physical posture. I mean, literally, I just go boom, 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 boom. Then I think about the breath, because biologically, a back bend stimulates your central nervous system. And that can make you tense up. Fight or flight, right? We know that when we're stimulated, we get a physical reaction where your breath gets more shallow and certain muscle groups start to contract. So that's just conditioning. So what I do with my breath and my back bend is say, okay, maybe by conditioning, my body wants to tense up, but I'm going to really think about softening and lengthening my breath while I'm holding my back bend. And that gradually over time reverses that process, or my body doesn't react to that central nervous central nervous system saying, hey, tense up, breathe more shallow. Because now I've interfered in that normal conditioning reaction of my body. And that's what yoga does for you. It gives you an opportunity in each pose that you do to be aware of your breath and influence how you want to react to it, instead of just having an instinctual reaction. And back bends are really one of the greatest ways to do it. Twists also help. You get to really be aware of your breath in the twist. All right, that's all I wanted to say. If there's any questions, you can ask me now or email me or whatever. So let's finish up our class. Inhale, hands to heart center. Oh, another great opportunity to soften the breath and lengthen the exhale. Ensuring the pranava one time, take a breath in.
Exhale, bowing down to the teacher within. And inhale, coming up, opening our eyes. We're back in full awareness, ready for the day.